Hey, Treasure Hunt fans, Joe Pal Big D back here again with a collections video. So my last collections video that I did was pretty successful. It was the Scream Factory collections video. Thank you guys all for watching that. You did. So in honor of Halloween, I thought I would do my Halloween Blu-ray DVD collection. These are all the Halloween movies, not like just horror movies. These are Halloween. This is Michael Myers, part 1 through whatever, part 3, Seasons of Witch. This is the Halloween series. So these are my Halloween movies. Now, I do want to say one thing. First off, I can't find my VHS. I had a couple of VHSs of these movies, and I don't know where they went. They probably packed away. And I'm missing a couple of my DVDs, too. So as I'm going through, I'll tell you, I got this on DVD as well. So let's get started. And I'm going to get started with probably the funniest... Is it the funniest? The funniest thing that I have in my collection. Sorry, I got to grab this. And the first thing I'll talk to you, show you guys is actually, I'm not gonna do this one. No, I will do this one first. So my first one I'll show you is Halloween on UMD. That's right, I have this on UMD. I've watched it once because I do have a PSP that plays these. So yeah, Halloween on UMD, not bad, pretty funny. Yeah, right on. Okay, so let me go through the list here and do the rest. I should break this up into per movie, I think, or whatever. Let's see, what else do I have on? So let's go to DVD. So DVD, I have this, I want to say it's a Canadian version, I believe, of Halloween with a lenticular cover. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see if I move it. It has a lenticular cover. This is quite nice. It's an Anchor Bay product. It's a 2-disc set. All kinds of stuff, goes a little booklet and stuff like that. This is actually really nice. I actually found this at a pawn shop not too long ago. So Halloween Blu-ray, DVD. I believe I have a couple more here somewhere. There's this one and this one. There we go. And then I have this version of Halloween on DVD. Okay. So this is the one. It's got all the special features, stuff like that. It's pretty much the same as the last one, only it's just it's actually realistically, if you look at both of them, it's kind of just missing lenticular art, but they're kind of the same. I mean, look at the backs. I mean, pretty much for the most part, a few subtle changes here and there, but it's got pretty much the same thing. So I have that on DVD as well. And then I do have Blu-ray. I do have the Digibook of Halloween. This is the Digibook that had a bunch of special stuff in there. The disc kind of comes up here. Got some really cool artwork and stuff like that about the movie and stuff like. About the movie and stuff like that. So there's the Digibook. Also, for the first Halloween, I do have. Let's see here. I do have the Steelbook that just came out by the FYE exclusive. So this is actually really cool. This looks beautiful. It's really cool looking. Although, if you notice, like they're going with the same cover now. Look, this is basically the same thing, and these are at least a few years apart. And they're kind of going with this now. But I do like it. I think it's really cool. So there's the Steelbook of Halloween, and then yes, I'm still going on Halloween. The first one. The next one would be the 4K version of Halloween, which I just picked up recently. And by the way, this looks amazing in 4K. I think it looks absolutely stellar. I really liked it a lot in 4K. So Halloween in 4K. So that's kind of my Halloween. I do have one more, but I'll show you that one later. I want to get into next. Actually, what I want to do next is show you. It's not a Halloween movie per se. It's a documentary, and it's Halloween 25 Years of Terror. This is really cool. It's got a lot. I mean, look at it. It's got a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of really cool features. It's a really cool 2-disc set. I've watched the documentary. I've watched pretty much everything that's on here. This is really awesome. It's really cool. So there's that. Now let's go with some of my other Halloween movies here. What do we got here? We want to go with Halloween 2 next. All right, Halloween 2. What do I have I don't have a whole lot for Halloween 2, but I do have a couple. So the first one I want to show you, where is the... I just lost one. Oh, it is. First one I'll show you is the DVD. This is a glow-in-the-dark cover for Halloween 2. Got this at Walmart not too long ago. So it's kind of cool. And then if you slip it down, there's the cover. This is the generic version that's been out for a while. But they put this on there because it's a glow-in-the-dark. So I got that for Halloween 2. Then I do have the Blu-ray release of Halloween 2. And the reason why the Blu-ray release of this one, because I have it a couple other times too, the reason why this exact copy though is because on the back, it has the documentary Terror in the Aisles, which was a documentary about this movie. This was really good. I really enjoyed this. I like Halloween 2. I think it's a pretty good sequel. I don't think it's as good as the Halloween that's in theaters right now, but I think this is a really good sequel for the time that was done and for what they had to do with it. And then, let's see here. I also have the Scream Factory Steelbook of Halloween 2, which I love this one. This one is awesome. I love the picture on the back, and you can see Laurie here on the back. I love this version. This is a great version. So That's my copy's all the way tuned. I do have it on VHS, but again, that's put away somewhere, I believe. And I think I have another DVD version of it. I'm pretty sure, but I think that's boxed away too. So moving on here, we're going to Halloween 3. Let's see here. For Halloween 3, I really don't have as much. Halloween 3, I do have this standard DVD version that came out. I believe this was this. I think this was original Snapper case, and they put it in one of these. So, speaking of Halloween 3, I really love Halloween 3. I think Halloween 3 is a great movie as a standalone. I think it's amazing. I think they did a really good job, and I do watch this every year. So I have this version of Halloween 3. And then I have the Scream Factory version of Halloween 3. God, I love this artwork because of the silver shamrocks in there. I mean, this is just good stuff. So I have this version of Halloween 3 as well. All right, and that's it for Halloween 3. Now we're going to move on up to Halloween 4. I don't have that on VHS anymore, and the DVD is put away, unfortunately, so I do apologize for that. But I do have something that's a little bit different for Halloween 4. I have the metal tin of Halloween 4. This is actually really cool, and it's limited to 40,000 on this one, 40,000 copies. And what these was they were tin that came in. You got a booklet that had the cover on it and had some artwork on the back. And then this one, it has the movie in a CD case. So this was actually really interesting. So I have this one for Halloween 4. Now moving on to Halloween 5. I have this one for Halloween 5. And this one is limited to 15,000 copies, so a few less than the Halloween 4. It's 15,000 copies, and this one has a little bit more in it too. So this one has like a book on the making of Halloween 5 and stuff like that. But it's not necessarily making, but it's like a lot of pictures, a lot of pictures from the movie and stuff. This is actually really cool. It's got a lot of really cool stuff in there. Good old Daniel Harris. Also, this one has the same thing as the other one. This one has a theatrical card too with the poster on the front and then the chapter selection on the back. And then the last thing it does have is the DVD in a jewel case. You know, it's funny. I used to work at Suncoast. I used to manage a Suncoast, and that was the movie store in the mall back in the day. That's how I got these things. And I remember I have a few other ones too because I have the Evil Dead. I have Evil Dead 2. I have Suspiria. I have I have Hellraiser 1 and 2, and I believe I have one other one of these things. They just came out randomly for a while there, so I was picking these things up. They're kind of expensive back in the day. I don't think they're worth as much anymore, but I do think they're really cool, and I like little tin and stuff like that. So, Halloween 5. Moving up to Halloween 6. I do have Halloween 6. I got rid of the DVD on this one because I wasn't happy with the DVD. The DVD was terrible, and I should have kept it because, again, but I do have the producer's cut here. Was it the producer's cut? The unrated, producer's cut of Halloween, which has two different versions. It has the theatrical version and the producer's cut, which added a whole ton of footage, so it made a little more sense. So, this is actually really cool. I'm one of the few people I think that really enjoys this movie. So, Halloween 6 would be The Curse of Michael Myers. And then, I do own H2O, and I do have a DVD release of H2O. The problem is that is packed away because I don't know why that's packed away. I think because I had to put it... Here's the story. I had to put away some of my stuff a while back, and it's all kind of in my closet. I had to pack it away because I don't have enough room in my house right now for certain reasons. So, some of this have gotten packed away, so I know I own it. I just can't see it, so I do apologize for that. So, H2O, we're moving up to Resurrection next. And Resurrection, I do have the DVD copy of Resurrection. Now, I know the first thing you're going to say is, seriously, dude, Resurrection, probably the worst in the series. The reason why I have this movie, and you're right, it's not the best in the series. The reason why I have this is, on the back, as you can see right here, it's signed by Katie Sackhoff. I met her at a convention and got her to sign my copy of this. Katie Sackhoff, if you don't know, she was actually in, I think this is one of her first movies, but she became big in Battlestar Galactica. She's played Starbuck, and then she's also been in a show called Longmire. She's done a lot of stuff since this movie, but I got to meet her, so I had her sign this. So that's the reason why I have this movie, is because I got her autograph in the back. So that's my Resurrection, and then, you know, getting into the Rob Zombies, I do have both those movies on DVD. Those are packed away, but I did pick up the first movie, Rob Zombie's first one on Steelbook not too long ago, and this is actually really cool too. And I actually like the picture in the back of all the characters in the back and stuff like that. I've never done an actual retrospect on Halloween between Rob Zombies and the rest of them. I've never really done a thing like that because Rob Zombie takes a whole different take on that. In that, you know, I think one of the most terrifying things for me out of the original Halloween was the fact that Michael Myers, as young a kid he is, for no reason, comes from a good home, good family, no apparent reasons whatsoever. He just stabs his sister and kills her, ends up in an insane asylum. This movie attempted to explain why that was, because his family was a nightmare. His family was so dysfunctional, it was ridiculous. So it led increase to the fact that he was going to go ahead and be a mass murderer because he came from a really messed up background. That didn't shock me as much. That makes sense. To me, that makes complete sense. Okay, he had a really messed up childhood. Of course, he went out and ran amok because he didn't have any morals, no boundaries, because his family didn't care. They treated him like garbage. I get that. It doesn't shock me as much. What really shocked me from the original one is this is a kid who comes from a good home, good family. Everything's on the up and up for this kid, and for some reason he goes and hacks, kills his older sister. So I always found that a lot more terrifying. No, don't get me wrong. I do like the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. I think they're very good, and I think for his own merit, what he was trying to do, I think he did a really good job. I just think that some of it's a little bit over the top, which is Rob Zombie's signature, and I completely understand that. I just think that, it just wasn't as terrifying for me because I expected Michael Myers to be a serial killer after how his family was and how he was brought up, because his family was very dysfunctional. His mother was an exotic dancer who, didn't really care too much about him, although she did, but she didn't. This kid's stepfather, or I'm not really sure if it was stepfather or if it was boyfriend, that guy was an animal. Just a complete jerk. His sister was a jerk. His older sister was a complete jerk to him. His older sister's boyfriend was a complete jerk to him. There wasn't one person who was nice to him except for his mom. So, and then she was only nice to an extent. So it made sense. What didn't make sense is why he did it in the original Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween. That one didn't make sense, and that's why I thought it was much more terrifying. But don't get me wrong, I do like these movies. So the last thing I have for Halloween, and this is the big one besides, my Michael Myers Funko Pop, because he just rocks. Last thing I have, and you guys all should be able to predict it, is I do have the Halloween box set put out by Scream Factory, and this has every single movie from Halloween 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's H2O. There's oh my gosh, I completely forgot to go. Was it Resurrection? And then there's also the two Rob Zombie Halloween movies all in one box set. And the bummer part about this box set is this box is officially obsolete because of the new Halloween movie that just literally came out a couple weeks ago, and now we're missing a movie. So, oh well. That's it for my Halloween collection. Again, I'm sorry I don't have everything, but this is what I have immediately around that I can show everybody what I have. I do have every movie. I have multiple copies of certain movies and not so much of other movies. Halloween is my favorite horror series besides Jaws. I do love Halloween. Don't get me wrong, I do like Friday the 13th. Someday I'll do my Friday the 13th collection, probably on Friday the 13th, would be kind of funny. And I have a large collection of Friday the 13th as well. And I have a pretty decent collection of Nightmare on Elm Street, stuff like that too, and Child's Play also. But I have more copies of the Halloween movies because I love Halloween, and I always collect. If I find a really new, interesting cover for a Halloween movie, regardless if I own it or not, I will pick it up. Like the Halloween 2 I showed you recently. I already had that movie, but I liked the fact that it was a cool cover and it was glow in the dark. So I figured, that's a new, interesting one to put in my collection. So that is it. Thank you guys all for watching this collection video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please click the like button down below. If you like the video, please share this video out there. Also, click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos by Big D. Click that little bell button if you want to get notified when I do put up more videos. Thank you again all for watching it. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know, is this truly your most hated Halloween movie of all time? Let me know which one's your favorite, which ones you do and you don't like. What's your thoughts on Halloween 3? Do you like it like I do? Just let me know. Once again, thank you everybody for watching. You guys all rock. Always keep hunting because you never know what you're going to find. And as always, live long and prosper.